This podcast, bussin'.
Welcome to another episode of this.podcast. I'm your friendly host, Jay, joined by my brother and friends. We got Mike here.
You ready to boogie with that bear?
We got Co.
Man, what we talking about?
And we got Damo.
Hi, my name is Uncle Damo.
You can follow us on IG at this.podcast, on YouTube at this.podcast, on Twitter at thispodofficial, and we're also streaming on SoundCloud at this.podcast. And real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to Lawrence and Larimer. I got my swag on. I got the L&L, and you can't spell drip without the L&L in front of that. Also, I want to give a shout out to our early cast, man.
Shout out to
KC.
Shout out to
Waku, and all our early followers. The Wright family, the Hysaws, and the Cains, and some early ones in there. Maddie Berkeley, Anna Raider.
What up, Doze?
Who else? There's a lot of people supporting, and we appreciate it. And everybody in the fellas group on IG, we get a lot of our content from that. We pull from that. So shout out to everybody in the fellas group.
And there's some content we cannot pull from that.
No, absolutely. Because I still got a 9 to 5, and I plan to keep that.
Hey, KC just be pulling out no, KC, we can't talk about that.
No, we can't.
Especially on video.
Right. Yeah, it's like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's why you left the show.
Pineapples. Right. That's why you left the show.
Because you get a little,
little
raunchy.
Absolutely, man. We got to keep it. Yeah, we can't do that. Fellas, let's talk about the week a little bit. I'll start first real quick because it's going to be short for me. But like last episode, man, my daughter is in middle school right now. Mm-hmm. And Damo, you've went through this.
Yeah.
And dude, it's a little spicy.
They hunting.
It's getting spicy, man. So
they hunting.
My daughter went to a school that wasn't very diverse in her elementary grades. And now she's at another school where it's pulling from all different kind of neighborhoods. And it was a little refreshing because it was that diversity, and I'll just say it got spicy. So it's like you start hearing language out there that you used to hear when you was in middle school, and you're like, I want to be an adult and be like, hey, they shouldn't be talking like that. But deep down, I was like, yeah, she's gonna get a little bit of that training of like, yeah, it's gonna step her game up a little bit of like that culture shock. So that was cool to see, man.
She went from Taylor Swift to Meg Thee Stallion.
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay,
yeah. Hey, somewhere in the middle.
Not the Stallion.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Jennifer Hudson, like, can we go there?
Yeah, Fantasia.
There's
got a healthy
somewhere
balance.
in the middle.
It gets real. It gets real when you get a daughter. Hey, don't take me to the Stallion.
I'm like, whoa, Mike.
Yeah, because I don't know, because I didn't grow up with women in the house other than my mom. So it was
mine
like,
was the exact opposite, Jay.
Yeah, so, but I mean, like, she wants to put on things, and I'm, in my mind, I'm questioning, like, yo, why are you cutting, why is it looking so high? And it is not that high, you know what I mean? But it's just like the tights, the yoga pants, things like that. And I'm just like, I want to be mindful and, let her express herself.
All them chickens coming to roost.
Yeah, man. And I'm just like,
them chickens coming to roost.
I'm trying to do my best to deal with it. So that's kind of how my week is going right now.
How'd you do it though, Damien? I think Jane, I think that's a legit question. Like,
I haven't done shit.
How'd you know? How did you deal, man?
Yeah.
How did you keep yourself sane? Because you have all daughters.
So the interesting thing is, all 3 of my girls are outstanding.
Absolutely. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact. I've been 100% blessed with 3 girls who do the right things. Don't get me wrong. We've had hiccups along the way.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that has been like an absolute deal breaker. Let me rewind. There's been some deal breakers, but we addressed it.
Yeah.
And we have a mutual understanding now.
So when she cut off her shirt, how high was too high for you? That halter top.
I never experienced that. It's just like teenage behaviors that you have to like get in front of. And you have to like talk to your kids. Sometimes it's in monotone,
right?
And sometimes it's with a little bass in your voice. And
you got to get that point across, right?
Yeah, like sometimes you have to get a point across a different way.
Papa Bear come out,
yeah. Papa Bear, the grizzly bear. You got to boogie with the bear, and if you know, go ahead.
This podcast, bussin'.
Yeah, so they had to boogie with the bear, you know, once or twice in their life. That's okay. Like that's what parenting is about. And whether you have a boy or a girl, you're gonna deal with the same thing. We just look through it through a different lens because we're men and we know what time it is.
Yeah, we're just stupid.
And for context, just so people know, 18, 16, and 5 are, you know, the age ranges of the girls.
So you never dealt with, hey, why that shirt's cut a little too low for me?
Oh yeah. And,
okay, that's what I think. That's
well,
what
but
Jay's
it wasn't a shirt. Like so,
that's what
the principle.
Something.
Yes, and it's like my daughters are all. I don't know how this happened. They're extremely beautiful. Like they're like
Absolutely.
9s, right?
Yeah.
How do I deliver a 9?
hey, you know what Darcy used to say that? Like, man, Damien guys, how did Damien make these beautiful ass?
Yeah.
but hey, man, you know.
It is what it is. And I know how men are, and you know, you're a beautiful woman with and you develop, you don't look like you're 18 and 16.
Man.
You look like you're a woman, and you have to be able to understand how people think.
Yes.
How men think.
But how do you explain that to your daughter?
Just like this.
Just like that?
You have to understand how men think.
Yes.
And how, you know, they're dealing with perceptions of stuff online and stuff like that. But men are scumbags.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Do you have just unfiltered conversations with your daughter?
We've had them.
I'm saying just unfiltered to say, look.
Yeah.
I'm a man and you're on the menu for these dudes.
No, so I said it differently.
Ooh, okay.
I said it
like literally like that. Literally so my roommate, you know, in college, you know, his daughter, when we was in school, his daughter was a baby and now she's grown.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the conversations he has with his daughter, I'm like, yo, she is not the home. Like, he talks to her yo, it's straight locker room talk.
Mm-hmm.
He talks to her like we would talk with each other offline. And but he feels like as a father, I need to give her the raw, unfiltered truth of how not all men, right? Mm-hmm. How some men see you, right?
Sure.
Some men see you on the menu.
Yeah.
And it's, it's all fun and games until you have a daughter.
It is. And so, Sauce, let me just give you just a quick example and then we can move on. I had a conversation with my daughters this summer. In talking about unfiltered, this is the route I went.
Specifically your older daughter, because she's going to college?
My two oldest.
So, okay.
Yeah. So there's 2 things open after midnight. 7-Eleven and a woman's legs.
Okay. And you just had it, you told her just like that?
Them.
Or them.
And they were like, whoa, I've never heard it like that. Why do you need to be out, hanging out, wherever after midnight?
Well, Dad, they're going to the Waffle House, Dad.
We can go, that's cool. That's cool.
They're going to,
But you don't need to be over anybody's house.
That's a fact.
Hey, go eat, come home.
There's
only 2 things open after midnight. 7-Eleven and a woman's legs.
And men are only, and honestly, a lot of guys.
And Waffle House, it's good.
A lot of guys at their age, right? And I'm not, and I hate to, this feels like I'm generalizing, but when you're a man, after a certain time, your expectations of a person changes, right?
It does.
And that's just the truth. Mm-hmm. Like my expectations of how this night is going to go based on how long you spend time with me, and when you cut your time off with me, right? Yo, if you cut your time off with me at 11, okay, that's just a hey, maybe I walk you to the door, I get a hug, I may kiss you on the cheek.
11.
I may get a peck on the lips. We've seen a movie. You go home, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you're with me at 1, 2 in the morning,
that tells a different story.
That tells a different story.
Okay.
right? So trying to get your daughters to understand that, right? Like you are controlling the narrative in these situations a lot of the times.
I like to believe I control it, but I don't, man.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm saying your daughter. I'm saying your daughter as an individual.
Yes.
Like if I'm a young lady, right?
Yeah. No, I
have to know on a Friday night. The longer I drag out that interaction, right?
Right.
Granted, you know, either way, you know, a person needs to respect with your boundaries, right? But a lot of men, it's like but the longer you're dragging this out, the more guys feel like I have a chance, right?
It's interesting.
Maybe
it's
at that age,
it's
absolutely.
Yeah.
If we're getting into the deep water of 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
My
chances are increasing.
My chances are increasing.
The longer we're
right?
together, yes.
So when Damien says there's nothing open after 12 but some legs, that is a legit statement.
Yeah.
Okay. From just a savage. I'm talking about savage guys. I'm not talking about the guys who are the nice guys. I'm talking about the savages.
That boy said
out there.
savage was savage.
all right. So wait. Let's move on.
No,
we having a deep conversation
So
about
one thing
this.
that we should talk about in the future, I saw this on the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about dudes that were over the age of 30 that were virgins now.
Ooh, that's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Boy, they'll rip a goddamn, they'll rip that bar off the goddamn floor.
Hey, we'll talk about that later.
Tear a door off the hinges.
That boy up there power cleaning.
Hey, listen, why you think AC Green was such a good player?
Right.
Well, just physical.
That boy played. That boy played 18, 19 years before LeBron was.
Hey, so if you're a virgin, 30 and up, hey, we need you on this show.
Shout out
we need
to
you on this show.
Hey, we have a guaranteed spot for you on the show.
Oh yeah. I have to know what you did for that, man.
Yeah.
Cool. So
The willpower on that.
so this was an interesting topic that was brought to the forefront for us. We were going to talk about cultural differences, and somebody put naming your whip. I feel like that was Damo that put that in there.
I didn't.
That was me.
That was you?
That was me.
He just got the new whip, of course.
Oh, okay.
Naming your whip.
Naming
Like
the whip.
giving your car a name. Pretty much. So
you think that's a cultural difference?
I think it is.
Okay, so explain.
So pretty much, like, a lot of people know I got the car. Like y'all know. See,
No,
y'all never asked me, oh, what are you naming your car?
I didn't know we still did that.
That's
but
what
you do. Yeah,
but
tell us more.
So like I'm down at the gym. And they're like, oh, I see you hopped out the new car or whatever. I'm like, yeah. They're like, what's the name of it? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Wait, you don't name your car?
Wow.
I have no.
I don't partake.
I have never named a car.
I've never named my car either.
What?
So it seems like you
But
do.
I know. That's why I brought it up because
Okay.
he is literally the only black person I know that has named.
Well, I
his
won't
car.
go that far, but Damo loves cars. So I
No,
can
Damo
see-
does
like
love
that.
cars.
You don't?
No.
I feel like you've always had a nice
I've
whip.
had a nice car, but I don't love cars.
Got it.
I need to be comfortable.
So what was the name? Fair enough.
I'm a big dude.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what was the name of the
That's
gold
room.
Jetta?
Goldie.
Goldie. What about the black Yukon?
2 feet 2 inches.
He had the 22s on there.
No, I have 26s.
Yeah, 26s.
And that was on a license plate, 2 feet 2 inches.
It was on
said
the license
2FT,
plate. Yeah.
2IN.
And you had the ball sack hanging in the
Yes.
back before somebody stole
Somebody
it.
stole it when we were at Popeyes.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
I was like,
Wait,
somebody
so the ball. So
He was going to be a
somebody
guest
stole
on the show too.
Somebody stole the ball sack off the back of my car.
So is the 2 feet connected to the ball sack or the 2 inches?
No. It was. Mommy.
So right. So like
Go,
pretty
Mike.
much like I was just like I've
funny.
never heard that. So and like you also got the personalized
I
license
should have
plate
hit your
of the
drop
car
for
you
that.
got
I should have
now.
hit your drop.
You know, so I didn't. So I figured I knew Damien would be the only other person I knew that did that.
So my car now,
Yeah.
It's T'Challa, right?
T'Challa,
Yeah.
T'Challa?
and it's fitting.
Yeah.
It
No,
definitely
no,
is.
very
So-
fitting.
If you ever seen the car, it's definitely fitting.
Yes, and so I have to give you. Let me.
Is that on the plates too, right?
It's on the plate.
It's on the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other part is my neighbor bought my Audi from me,
Okay.
And he hits me up one day and he's like, how many people own this car before you? And I'm like, damn, did I sell this dude a lemon? Like, it was good. It's a good car.
Right.
And I was like, you're the third person. He was like, okay, thank you. I'm like, hey, is everything okay? And he was like, so what I'm doing, I'm on the internet looking to see the third best stripper name. What's the third best stripper name?
Did he tell you the name though?
Yeah.
What
and
was
he was
it?
like Amber. So he named his kid. He named my Audi Amber.
Just used up. Just used and abused. Just used and abused.
That's funny.
That is hilarious.
And I'm like,
That's
hey, when he
hilarious.
told me that, I was weak.
So was he gonna put that on the license plate?
No.
Okay,
He just
okay.
called.
He just
him
calls
and his
it-
wife
call it Amber.
call the car Amber.
Okay.
That
Because
is
they're the
classic.
third owner, and Amber is the third most popular stripper name.
Okay.
That's funny.
That's awesome,
I
man.
had,
That's awesome.
So I had two names. One's probably a little wacky.
Wait, so did you had these names because it was forced on you?
I thought about
Okay.
two names just for the sake of this.
All right.
So everybody knows I got that real deep blue navy or whatever. And I also got it the day that Drake album came out.
Oh,
Ooh, I feel okay.
So I went.
I feel some bars.
No, one is Certified Lover Blue
okay.
for the car,
You
And-
ready to boogie with that bear?
and another one I came up with is I had to do some research on this. Was the kid from Willy Wonka who ate all the blueberry candy or something?
turned blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and turned blue. Violet Beauregard.
Violet Hood.
Violet Beauregard was the name
Violet
of the girl who
Beauregard.
did it in Willy Wonka.
All right, man.
You ready to boogie
I say
with that
certified.
bear?
I say certified lover blue.
I think that's just
vote.
easier to say.
The CLB.
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 Got you.
Now, why wouldn't you put that on your plate? CLB.
That would be hard.
That would.
That would be.
What is CLB?
But if
mean?
you put that on your plates, then I think people are gonna be. There's expectations that come along with that when you put the CLB
Boy,
on
you
there.
better be a certified lover blue.
Yeah.
So
Boy, you
is
better
Mike
be
a certified lover boy? Potentially.
What makes you a certified? But
Ladies,
what
put comments and let us know.
yo, like, what makes you a certified lover boy? I think that's a good question.
Nah.
You got to have a beard like Drake
That old
And,
thick
and
beard.
money like Drake helps.
and money like Drake.
Yeah.
No,
Have dates in stadiums. Dodger Stadium.
Right.
I don't think you need money to be a certified lover boy. Man.
You
You got
It's all about that mouthpiece, man.
You got to bring the romance though.
yeah, you gotta be that.
Ooh. Okay.
And y'all called me out on my lack of romance on another episode. I've been working on it though.
Good.
Well, you're single. You should have all the romance. We should be lames when it comes to romance.
Well, you know, man,
I have-
sometimes you get stuck in a rut. You
I
know
have
what I'm saying?
bromance. Come over and watch the football game now.
You ever gave a lady
There you
the Epsom salt baths after a nice
Man, she'll get
long,
dehydrated, Courtney.
CrossFit workout, man?
After a CrossFit workout?
Yeah, you have a nice
No,
little Epsom
nobody
salt
has
bath?
ever worked out with
Courtney,
me, and I gave them an
Why
Epsom
would
salt
you
bath.
punish somebody like that?
That
and give
does
them an
not.
Epsom
That
salt
does
bath?
not.
Yeah,
That
was-
does
Hey,
not,
hey,
that does
man.
not sound romantic
Hey, man.
at all.
Hey, man.
Come on, girl, let me get this Epsom salt bath going for you.
That doesn't.
Yeah, like a bubble bath. Put the little bath bomb in there.
Yeah,
Put some
massage.
wine next to you.
No,
you
that
know
was
what
a
I'm
joke.
saying?
That
Something
was a
like
joke.
that.
Epsom salt.
I don't think it was a joke.
Nah, he was serious.
He was dead
He was
serious.
dead serious.
Okay.
That boy went to Kroger and bought Epsom salt for like 83 cents.
With
Hey,
them,
y'all
with
be
them plastic flowers.
All right. Well.
My bad, Jay.
No. This is a good segue.
You
So.
work with fresh flowers, Miguel?
Always. Why
Let's
wouldn't
go.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
with them fresh flowers.
Hey, let's move on. Let's
Okay.
talk about it though. So, polygamists. Y'all heard
Ooh,
that
yeah.
since we're talking about women in relationships. Umar Johnson got married and got 2 wives, man.
Good for him.
2 wives. And
That's just
He
so
can't afford it.
I mean that's cool for him, but I just want to get a pulse from the crew
Sure.
of like, how do you feel
I'll
about
go
that?
last.
Man, I can't afford 2 wives, man.
So you think it's a money thing,
It's a money thing, and it's
affordability
affordability.
It's a
and
mental
accountability for 2 families potentially,
Exactly.
2
Exactly.
women.
And yo, like, it's hard dating 2. It's hard dating 2 people at one time, isn't it?
That's where I was going. Mentally.
That's a lot of energy.
It's a
I
lot.
would
It's
think.
Mentally,
a
dealing
lot.
with 2 women is a lot.
But honestly, but if you think about it,
Mhm.
if everybody's under the same, if everybody's on the same accord, right?
Yep.
You're not like. Is it a little easier? If everybody knows,
but you're under the same accord until you're not under the same accord.
Exactly.
Ooh. Well, finish though, Cole. So what are you doing
like
with that?
like we're all in this together. We're all in this together. She knows about like we live under the same roof.
Communication is key.
Communication is right there.
Transparency
is right there.
Honesty
is right there. Is it as draining?
I guess because you probably have to define roles, at that point, right? So it's like, I don't know. You try to split your time evenly, I guess.
But you spend time together though,
and you might spend time together.
Like you spend time together because in Superfly they spend time together.
That's true.
Lou Williams, who is
like on dates, we go out together.
Like,
okay,
I'm holding this hand.
But what happens when you
still.
you want that one-on-one time though?
Right. That's
so how do you manage that? Because I'm sure that's going to be a part of the deal.
It has to be but famously enough, Lou Williams, dude who plays for the Hawks, basketball player, he has been seen,
Lemon Pepper Lou
has two girlfriends at the same time, and he has been like seen out in public with both of them. But I'm gonna go to something like you. So let's say they're trying to get pregnant, all three of them. But let's say Umar says something like, "Hey, I can't deal with two newborns at a time. Whichever one of you gets pregnant first," or something like that, just to cause tension.
It's a race.
Yeah, it's a race, and it's like, all right, she's having this baby first, or something like that. I don't know. Well, 2 years from now, we'll get you pregnant.
Well, yeah,
something like that.
That sounds like a sick situation.
But that sounds like
no, that's like a strategic outlook of polygamy. But like, I think of the tactical things about.
Like, okay, then I was trying to expand on what you were saying earlier, so help me out.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's like the strategic outlook. I'm thinking about the day to day. Like,
I think it'll just flow, Damien.
Well, no. Let's stay there though, because I think that's
No.
interesting. So you're saying you got a plan. Somebody wants a plan to get pregnant,
Right. So
first.
let's
you
say,
gotta plan that out, right? And
So let's say Umar's like, hey, I just want to have a child. I don't care which one of you has it first.
no.
But I mean, if you do that, technically, you gotta say, all right, like you gotta be like, all right, this is your week that we're gonna try to have a kid or something like that.
Exactly.
Because you just can't go back and forth.
It ain't no week. Everybody
That's what
together.
But no, that's what I'm. No, he's getting away.
But no, you can't do that
Time
because it
out,
takes
dude.
time to kind of know when somebody's pregnant.
Thank you.
You're doing that.
However, I live with 4 women, 3 of which are in their adult stages.
Yeah.
Their cycle happened. Everything just like evens up,
Got it.
and
They sync up.
They sync up, and you cannot say
Caitlin is looking at us like we're trash.
Yeah,
She's like,
she
these
sure
guys
is.
have no
She's
clue
like,
what they're talking about.
none.
no. I'm telling you my reality. I'm not
Please
saying
change
I'm
the
right or
subject.
wrong. I'm saying this is my
No,
reality.
I'm just having fun.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. And if one chick wants some and the other chick wants some, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like I can't even fathom what this man is going to go through. Like communication or not.
So
like, it is.
But you cannot.
So stay right
but
there.
you
Stay
cannot create a nuclear arms race to have a baby.
But stay
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
You probably
like, dude,
Hey,
you never know.
if you sit there and say,
what we talking
whoever, if you sit there and say, okay, whoever gets pregnant first, then the second one has to wait a couple years.
I don't know.
Then
You
it's
don't
gonna
know.
be then it's gonna be because in my judgment,
Right.
It's gonna be
my
problems.
judgment, I think people are competitive, right? Then it's going to step up in the bedroom. But I think you're going to create the situation where it's going to be a nuclear arms race to where you're going to get
I love that saying,
some
by the
of
way.
the some.
Right.
I mean, the big
Man,
big
what
guns.
we talking about?
But depending on how motivated that person is to have a baby,
Okay.
the big guns are coming out.
That's what I'm saying. So let's stick with Damien's
can you
example.
can you handle that?
No,
Exactly.
The answer is no. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm
everything
giving
synced
mediocre-
up, ovulation cycles, all that other stuff. What was that? Anyway, we got Ghost and LNL. But I'm saying like, and one of them gets pregnant and the other one doesn't.
Dog, y'all
And
talking about what
everything's
ifs.
synced up.
I'm talking about reality.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the reality of it because
Okay, never mind,
Dr.
dude.
Umar Johnson is a unique individual, or I won't call him unique, but he holds clout. He does a lot of things in the Black community. He's an influencer. He's doing a lot of things like that, and he talks about relationships and how Black people should go about their relationships, right? Yeah. So you have him at this stature of like, hey, I just married 2 women, you know, and I don't know, does that affect who he is as a person to be able to?
Does that affect his advice?
No, it should. No, because everybody's in the know. Because everything's transparent.
I agree.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But based on the fact that everything is transparent, it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't do anything to his credibility.
That's just like
saying, wait, I'll push back just a little bit because he's not of, you know, interrelationships. Am I saying that? Interracial relationships. Yeah. So I'm sure
but that's his prerogative.
But he forces that though. Like now he's preaching that and telling people, and that's like somebody doing the same.
That's same like people that say, "Hey, you shouldn't be gay." Like that's your belief. That doesn't mean it's wrong. Like I don't care what goes on in people. Like what goes on in your house goes on in your house.
Yeah, but his thing. But I'm just saying his thing is transparent.
So wait, I'm gonna let you walk that back a little bit because when you say you shouldn't be gay, I do think that's something wrong that you shouldn't tell people. You should not be gay.
No, so you shouldn't be in an interracial relationship and you shouldn't be gay.
But you said that's not wrong.
No. What I'm saying is that you have your choice to do whatever you want to do.
You have the freedom to say that.
I got you, Dame. That's how you prefaced it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's we live in a world where you can say, or we live in a country where you can say whatever you want.
Absolutely.
And you have your own beliefs.
Yes.
My belief is do what you want. You're in your own house. It has nothing to do with me. And I live freely. Do what you do.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you.
So if I misspoke, my bad. But like, I'm a firm believer of do you, and I support whatever you do.
Got it.
But I saw, but I heard your preface though. Your preface was, if I'm a person who believes that this is wrong, that's my prerogative, and people should respect my prerogative.
You don't even need to respect the prerogative. It's like that's your prerogative.
No. That's what I'm saying. So, but that's my prerogative.
No, you have the freedom, but I don't necessarily respect it.
Okay, but
I think those both can be true.
But you have your choice to distance yourself from that person and not deal with that.
Well, no. See, you got to be careful because when you say I respect your preference, it's a little difference, right? Like some things you don't have to respect. I don't think. Like people could be like, hey, I respect that Black people should be slaves. Like, nah, bro, I don't respect that at all. You could say it, but I don't respect that preference.
Yeah, but you don't respect that. Yeah, but you don't respect that preference. But you wouldn't be around that person.
Yeah, I would definitely. You might. I would definitely distance myself.
Yeah, but even you would distance yourself from that person. Got it. So what I'm saying, when I use the term respect, it means that hey, man, that's how you feel.
Got it.
You know what I mean? How you feel doesn't have an immediate effect on me. So therefore, I could distance myself from you.
Yep.
So you have the freedom to believe what you believe. I have the freedom to believe what I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely have that freeding.
Cool.
I don't want to silence anybody.
Yeah, I don't have to like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have to like it. You know what I mean? But I think in Umar's point, right?
Yep.
Yes, he is a influencer in our community. People listen to him, and his voice has weight, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that he's openly doing this, right, in a transparent way, hey, have at it.
It is what it is.
I agree. Yeah,
it doesn't make him a hypocrite.
Yeah, no, we're good.
No, I'm good with that. Moving on. And we don't have to stay here long, but so I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's talk about the OTE league.
Dude, I think that is so interesting, man.
Yeah, so
anybody want to give LeVar Ball his credit?
So let's talk about what the OTE league, and we're going to definitely get into that. So with the OTE league, and everybody correct me if I'm wrong, but this is this new high school league that's been started, and it's based out of Atlanta. So the whole idea, to sum it up, is that it consists of about 24 to 30 basketball high school players, and they're going to get paid a salary over around 6 figures based on their likeness.
NIL.
What's
So
NIL?
Name, image, likeness.
Name, image,
Thank you.
Same as in the
College.
NCAA.
Yep. And so this league just started not too long ago, and it has investors such as Drake, LeBron, some big names in the NBA, and others. And as far as the program, I'll call it a program in the league, is that when you think about their high school players, they'll still get an education. They'll get learning based in like a 4-people classroom. I don't know if they're, as far as the league, who they're going to play. I don't know if they're playing each other, if that's how it's going to work. But basically, it's another opportunity for athletes in the high school age to be able to get paid.
I'm all for it.
All for it.
Based on NIL.
I am 100% behind it, because in other countries or other sports,
Yep.
right, you have these young high school kids who are 14, 13. Like if I'm a 14-year-old golfer,
Yes.
and I can go professional and make money,
Absolutely.
right? Or if I'm a tennis player, I can play professional and make money.
At like 16.
Hey man, if we're true capitalists here, and people can make money, let's go ahead and do it.
So-
it doesn't matter the age.
Okay.
No, Mike, I want you to go.
Yeah,
I have my 2 cents.
Bring
I'm
up the
just
point.
saying, I'm all for it, man.
But so talk about LeVar Ball.
He tried to do this 3-4 years ago with his what's the youngest one?
Melo.
Yeah, Melo.
It's called like JBA or something.
JBL, something like that.
Something like
I
that.
thought
Junior Basketball
Yeah,
Association.
I almost wanted to say the Big Baller League.
And this was high school?
Yeah, this was like
This was
3-4
high
years
school.
ago, man. So but he took
Same
his
kind of concept.
He took his son out of Chino Hills, and he started a high school league. That didn't work, and then that's when LaMelo went overseas. Both of them.
Okay.
The 2 younger brothers, and then then he came back and went to like Spire. He like a prep school.
Okay.
And then people were complaining like, oh, he's like LaMelo's played professional basketball overseas. He shouldn't be in high school. He got to play anyway. And then after that he got drafted. So he pretty much came up with this concept like I'm guessing 3-4 years ago.
definitely a pioneer of it. I'll give him props on that.
Mhm.
Do you think there's more to that, or do you think it's all timing because now the NCAA has
Timing.
new rules
Timing.
as far as college athletes getting paid off their likeness?
Pure
Yeah.
timing. Pure timing.
NIL.
Like there's a
NIL.
little kid named Mikey Williams who's like only a sophomore or maybe a freshman in high school, and he can already get paid off his likeness, and he's like a 7-figure dude already.
Wow.
He can
So-
be.
Okay.
So I love the concept, but nobody talks about the financial education that's going to be needed for these kids. You're in high school. You're a kid
To handle that money.
to handle this money. I made $100,000 a year when I was freaking in my 20s.
That's a weird flex. You letting us
It's true.
know?
But like, yeah.
Hi, my name is Uncle Damo.
Uncle Damo was bringing in
He's
that
letting you
paper.
know what he does.
Coordinator
gets down.
D
But I did not have the financial education
in your 20s.
in my 20s. We need to like build
Okay.
like the community up to understand what do we do? Like, yeah, bringing in $100,000 a year, that's great. But if you have 100 coming in and 200 going out, there's a problem.
Man, yo, but I would hope based off the people who are
Hope is like potential.
No,
sauce.
but I'm saying if
It
you're
means
saying
nothing.
if you're saying you have LeBron, Drake
No, man.
involved in this league, I would think that they would have that financial
I
literacy piece.
need
I'm going-
explicit
Maybe.
terms this is how we're gonna build. Because if so, for example, Sauce, and I'm gonna push you. You have a kid who's 16 that's making $100,000 a year that comes from the inner city of Denver, whose family has never even seen $100,000. You're gonna have freaking leeches everywhere.
Yeah, and the kids you're not gonna have to worry about. It's the parents you got to coach up.
No,
I think you got to do the whole house.
You have to do the whole household.
You got to do the whole house.
Can you hit that fan on the wall and just turn it off, please?
I think you got. I see what you're saying, but I'm thinking they're gonna get that.
No, you think you don't know.
Well, okay, I'm hoping they're gonna get that.
Hope.
I see exactly.
No,
I'm agreeing with you.
No, like
you think so, Armand?
No, this is what they need.
You think that's what they
need? Damn, it got quiet in here.
It did, man.
They turned the fan on.
You can hear yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it going, y'all.
No, man, I'm really passionate. Money means nothing unless you have education.
That's a fact. That's a fact, David.
Well, yeah, that's true. So then, we talking about. So then, NFL players need that same.
If you want to turn it back on,
what are you talking about? NFL players get it, but they're grown. But they're grown and they don't freaking listen.
Well, then now we're talking to
But they're grown,
right? But it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if you're grown. It doesn't matter if you're 16 or you're 26. You know what I mean? With your $100,000 self.
No, Mike.
And you're not applying the education that you receive.
So you're going to the real problem. Financial education needs to happen in kindergarten.
Yeah, man. But
no, there's no but. You need to learn money out and money in
at a young age.
At a young age.
I'm not disagreeing with you, man.
I like that,
man. But the big picture, but the big picture is you should be paid off of your talent. If people are willing to pay
Courtney,
for it.
thank you for bringing it back.
So like the financial literacy piece, you're right, Damien, is important.
Okay.
But when it comes to a point to where you are exploiting people based off of their talent, then that's the issue. You know what I mean? And then people that are creating a vehicle for you to be able to monetize your talents, I think for me is the game changer, or should be the focus.
No, I agree.
And what you do with it after that is kind of up to you.
No, absolutely. You're just providing that opportunity, right?
Yeah, it's that opportunity.
Would you want to be featured on on ESPN broke? Like,
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Like, you don't want to be.
Do
on
they have a
show
called that?
Oh, dude, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
No,
that's why I was doing that with the football players.
But the problem is, like, it goes back to these power, these big Power 5 schools, making all this money off of these athletes. These athletes don't have the opportunity to make money off of their likeness, off their talent, right? Now, what you choose to do with the money after you get it is up to you. It's almost like a lottery. So like if you win the lottery, they're not advocating for no financial literacy courses after you win the lottery.
Yeah.
But you have to have the wherewithal to say, I need to pause. I've never seen this.
But that's not the responsibility of the entity that's providing you the money.
But let's ask a provocative question.
At our company, it's like they're not going to give us the training to say, hey, once you get your salary.
My company does.
Is what you do.
My company does.
Your company is very progressive.
So it's not their responsibility. Well, take us through that. What do they tell you? Like, what does that look like?
There's workshops. There's financial workshops. Like anything that has to do with like stocks that gets complicated.
Okay, so wait. They're giving you stocks, so they probably tell you how to manage those, right? And then plus you just told us they give you some education.
They do, but they give you education behind it,
of what it is. They're not telling you how to move it.
If you want to, they have the resources. Absolutely.
But they're not. But they're not.
So wait, how many companies are there that are like your company?
That's fair.
Yeah, they're not mandated to do that.
What's that?
No,
they're not
just
mandated.
off the love. That's just off the love.
It is.
To,
you're right.
Be good people.
I'll step back on that one.
Yeah. But we're all in favor of this. It's going to be interesting.
We're all
so they're going to have
favor.
like trading cards, NFTs, like all kind of things.
NFT, let's go to the moon. No, seriously, to the moon.
Have you bought any?
No.
I wanted to so bad.
I haven't bought any.
I haven't, but I was just gonna say I hope it does something. I hope this brings up, like, I hope AAU circuits, tournaments around the country get better because of this league.
And so,
Okay.
so Jay, let me ask you a question a little bit more.
Yes.
So cryptos, yes, I invest in cryptos.
Yes.
So I just got grounded in cryptos probably about, let's call it 2 years ago. And I think the next step is NFTs and really understanding what it is. And I understand the foundations,
Right.
but I need to know who the major players are to invest in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Kind of find those calculated risk, right?
Yeah,
Find how I can. Yeah. No, I agree. Because right now, I think a lot of it happens on like Discord, and things like that. So
Reddit.
So shout
Reddit.
out to Ethereum that got below 3,000 a day and I purchased.
nice.
I did.
Nice.
Real talk.
All right. Let's. Anything else on the agenda y'all want to talk about before we talk about how the U.S. government is failing black people right now?
That's a heavy topic.
That's why I don't want to get into it.
We don't have to.
Yeah, we had a good time.
We had a good time. Like, let's close it out.
You want to end it on a sad note?
No.
Nah, we can.
Let's skip that.
Say
one.
that.
Let's skip that.
Can we?
What you got, Mike?
Just for y'all.
What you got?
Just for y'all. Can we discuss how bad my man Ben Simmons looks
No,
right now?
man.
Okay.
No,
Never
we're
mind.
not even talking about Ben Simmons. I'm sorry.
Is anybody else? Well, I mean, I would like to talk
Football.
about football, but these two, they don't want to talk about football. They want to talk about basketball.
No, I'm told. So
Y'all, man.
These two,
y'all
every
come
time we
on here, y'all
bring
think
up
y'all know
basketball.
about basketball more than people that play basketball.
Hey, I have.
You've been guilty of that.
I have two left knees.
This one definitely.
I
You
don't.
can't tell him nothing about basketball.
But right, his life revolves around the Broncos, and we can't get him to say anything
y'all
about it.
don't never ask me anything.
We don't
What
never
about-
ask
okay.
you about basketball.
What about?
But we started this podcast in the heat of the NBA playoffs. Y'all want content, right?
We asked you last week.
So what's going on locally?
Sauce.
Teddy B.
Teddy B is
looking
balling.
good, man.
So I have a question for Sauce. Very simple. Playoffs or not? 10-6 or 11-5?
Yeah, I said 10-6 when we went.
He did. He said
Well,
that on
hold,
the
it's
last
17 games now.
Really?
Yeah.
It is.
All right. So playoffs or no?
Yeah, playoffs. Wow.
12-5.
Wild card.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I say
I'm a
no.
Bronco fan, and I don't see him going
No.
12-5.
Wild card.
I'm saying no.
No.
Wait.
So wait, who's the best out of the AFC West? We
Kansas-
got Kansas City.
Kansas
Who's
City.
next?
City.
Who's
Raiders.
next?
Hey, it's gonna be 3 teams from the
My
AFC.
man.
The Raiders. They're playing.
It's gonna be 3 teams from the AFC West. It's gonna be 3 teams from the AFC West. That's gonna make the playoffs.
So
Right.
what's it? Is 8 teams per conference?
Sauce. If that happens, cheers to the Broncos.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
The Broncos
that
are
is
going. The Broncos are going to get a wild card.
That's difficult.
Because look, man.
feel like it's been done quite
our first, for example, the first 3
Three
games,
out of a conference?
Yeah.
The NFC West did it.
Maybe I'm thinking
2 years
Ravens. What conference are the Steelers in?
ago.
what's that,
AFC
AFC?
Central.
Ravens,
Browns,
Steelers,
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
It's gonna be 3 teams. out
Back
of
in the
AFC
Marvin
West.
Lewis days, they were going.
It's gonna
They
be
weren't
3
winning.
It's going
but
to be
they
3
were
teams
going.
out of AFC West. Is going to the
Oh.
You
playoffs.
got 3.
Yeah, and the thing
don't
about it,
think
Wow.
and the thing about it, man, is Teddy B is managing the game, and he's playing at a high level.
My man,
he's
Teddy
not
B.
making any. He's not making the big mistakes. He's really doing what they brought him here to do.
All right, so
And the reason why he's starting is because he's not making those huge mistakes. And when that
No, he's
pocket
starting because
collapse,
he's good.
when that
Yeah.
pocket collapse, he is so poised.
come on, man. He came in here. If nobody thought he was going to be better than Drew Lock,
I did.
I think
I
everybody should know
100%
that.
I knew he was going to
No,
be that.
come on,
1,000%.
man. Yeah,
he was
everybody
gonna be
everybody
Drew
should
Lock.
know that. That knows football.
But they had questions about it going into training.
No,
How?
No, it was 'cause of his
what they was
injuries.
looking at was the ceiling. Whose ceiling is higher? Is Teddy Bridgewater's ceiling higher, or is
Drew Lock
Lock's
is gonna be out of
ceiling
Denver.
higher based off of age?
Hey, Drew Lock's going to be out of Denver this year.
Why?
Before season's over.
No.
Oh, you mean
after
like
season.
injury?
After season.
No,
No, he's
no,
just
no,
saying
after
trade.
season. Yeah, he's going to be out of Denver.
Why? Why wouldn't he want to
Because they're
stay?
paying him
to
too
keep him.
much.
Maybe we need to keep him. We're not paying him too much.
How can you overpay for
How does
a
he,
good quarterback?
How does
But
he,
he's your backup
He's
now.
a
How does
second round. He's
So
a
does he
second.
vibe-
He's a
does he
second round.
vibe-
He's your backup quarterback now. Though.
Wait, TB's not starting? Teddy Bridgewater is not.
I said Drew Lock.
Oh,
Lock is a second.
That's what you said. My
Lock.
bad.
Yeah.
But Lock is
didn't hear that.
making what a backup quarterback. He's getting paid under what a backup quarterback.
I thought he was getting paid over.
No, he's a second round draft pick.
So he's getting paid over.
No, for a good backup quarterback.
Okay.
A good solid backup quarterback can make easily $4 to $5 million a year.
Okay.
I got another question.
Go.
No, wait, hold up. I want to ask Sauce or Damo, like for the AFC, who's going to be? Because you said 3 are going out of the AFC West. Can you name what the playoffs is going to look like in the AFC?
Man, it's a toss up. So the struggle is going to be between the Raiders and the Chargers.
I agree, Courtney. Like it's gonna get ugly, dude. Like when the season.
So you're
goes
saying?
on,
So you're
The
saying
Raiders
the
and the
first?
Chargers are going to be the squads that are going to be right on that bubble. It's going to be one of them.
No.
No,
It's
man.
gonna
The
be all
Broncos going to
three.
be locked in.
No.
The Broncos going to be locked in.
You want to bet that?
It's going to be Raiders.
You want to bet that right
I'll
now?
bet that.
Between the Raiders and the Chargers?
I'll bet that.
You want to bet that?
Okay,
So
bet
you're
20.
saying? So Courtney's saying
that.
the locks in the AFC West are the Broncos
$20.
and the
20?
Chiefs.
50?
I'm betting. I will bet $100.
Damian pays up to his
Grab
credit.
what?
The Broncos are out the playoffs, dude.
Wait, I'm on that page. So I'm talking about the Raiders. He said it's going to be.
There's
between-
not. So my
So
bet
Courtney
is,
said the two for sure teams from the AFC West are the Broncos and the Chiefs. The Raiders or Chargers are that third.
Are that wild
third
card.
So
team.
my bet is 3 AFC West teams will not be in the playoffs.
Got it.
That's an easy bet.
Okay.
Why is that an
you.
easy bet?
Washington bet.
What was your
Courtney.
question, Mike?
My man Cam Newton. Is he done?
Dude, they
Did
just-
Washington pick him up?
No.
Somebody's
but
gonna pick him
apparently,
up.
He's done.
apparently,
No, I don't
not
know.
done.
In,
I don't know.
In Roethlisberger hurt or something?
No,
He's not hurt. Okay.
he's not. Cam is not done. Cam is better than 50% of the starting quarterbacks.
So
And
that's
I'm not a Cam fan. I'm not.
Okay.
He's better than 50% of the quarterbacks in the NFL
right now.
right now.
Well, who's going to pick him up?
Doesn't matter.
Cam got to take that COVID shot.
Yeah.
Oh, take the vaccine.
Yeah, it's just Cam got to take the vaccine. Like,
Oh,
I think that's
So he
literally
doesn't have
what
a
it is.
job because he didn't have to take the vaccine.
I think that's what it is. That's
familiar
what it
for
sounds like.
Denver Human Services.
That's what it sounds like. Hell yeah.
Sounds familiar for Intuit or
yeah.
yeah.
Just if you got the vaccine, you should feel comfortable around people that don't have the vaccine.
Has your job required a
Yep.
vaccine shot?
Yep.
Ours hasn't it
Just
yet,
recently.
but I think it is.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are.
But so once Cam
It's
takes the
coming
vaccine,
for both of mine.
once Cam goes out there and takes the vaccine, he'll be back in the league.
I agree, Sauce.
Mm.
100%.
I think it's that simple, man. But he's holding the stance. But which is unfair because Cole Beasley ain't take the vaccine.
And Cole Beasley's playing.
Cole Beasley
Yep.
wide open catching passes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
See, that's why I asked if
It's-
Wait, so has
About
he
that.
contracted it though?
I don't know. I don't know all that. He's playing.
He's been
you know what I'm saying?
extremely vocal.
Yeah, he's been extremely vocal
he's
about
not
not taking
taking
the
it.
vaccine.
he plays for the Bills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, fuck that vaccine.
Yeah, he's not taking it.
Oh, nice.
But
Well,
I'm-
not nice, but
No, but that's
I mean,
his
if that's
choice.
his thing, yeah.
and that's what I'm saying.
But
Like, why
he's not.
can't
He hasn't contracted it. Where Cam's contracted it like
Yeah,
5 times.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Cam has to take the shot. Like he has to take the vaccine.
Well, and it might be like, yo, if you're not gonna take it, at least take the right precautions of trying not to get it. I guess because
Hey,
you
hey, Cam,
constantly
man,
are getting
It
it.
can't be out there.
So whatever
tongue-
you doing-
tongue kissing
I just
folks.
think what happened
down in
was
Atlanta.
Yeah.
I just think what happened was Matt Jones is the quarterback for the Patriots. I think he played really well in the preseason. Cam wasn't taking that vaccine. Bill is the
Bill
guy that's
doesn't like that.
Bill
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah.
Bill's the guy that's like, hey, I believe in my
This is the
system.
Patriot way.
Yeah, I
Right.
believe in my system. So
Be there for your team.
I'm going with Matt Jones.
Yeah.
And which now he's played pretty well.
Yes.
He's played pretty well. You know what I mean?
Alabama.
Yeah.
So I
When
think,
has a successful quarterback come out of Alabama?
Nah, not that I could think of.
Matt Jones.
This
But-
is Mac
but-
Jones
but-
is
Not
doing
successful.
good. He's doing good.
why don't we talk about? I
Tua,
wish we.
Tua, what's his name?
What has
Tua-
he done? What
Nah,
has
he
done?
hasn't done anything. He hasn't
Yeah,
done
He's
anything.
looking bad.
Oh.
He's
What
looking
does he
bad.
do?
Well, these are recent quarterbacks. My bad.
So-
you got a point.
so-
we
Nah,
go
I-
way back.
No, but I'm saying the ones I'm naming are more recent and haven't really had a chance yet.
But the problem is, Bill Belichick needs to understand that he got over because he had the GOAT. And the GOAT was willing to take pay cuts to stay in New England.
So, you know what? That's so true.
The GOAT could have
like,
broke that. But the GOAT could have broke all that up because all Tom could have said, look, man, I want $250 million. I want $300 million.
It's very rare. So, yeah, you're right about that. But to focus on that, as a coach, man, you're only as good as your players.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, you can think you got the X's and O's, to the T. But at the end of the day, if you do not have talent to execute that, if you don't have the talent, man, like you only could take a team so far.
Like a good coach is a great button pusher.
Yeah, you're a good motivator, empowerment.
Greg Popovich.
Great. You recruiter. Like you got to have one of those attributes of to be a good coach.
Bill Belichick was arrogant enough to think that I can let go of Tom fucking Brady and I'm going to get a Super Bowl before he does.
Yeah.
I'm going to send him to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
No, Tom,
and he got the wool put over his eyes. The year he had, the year he went 11-5 when Brady got hurt.
Garoppolo.
No, it wasn't Garoppolo. Was the quarterback?
Castle.
It was Matt Castle was the quarterback.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Bill didn't make the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs that year.
It was 11-5. Yeah.
And but that was just 1 year.
That was.
Like I don't think people put the proper respect on Brady's name.
I think because he did it with Drew Bledsoe, he felt like, you know what?
He didn't do it with Drew. He didn't win no Super Bowl with Drew.
What I'm saying, he was successful with Drew. And then he saw Tom Brady come in and do what he did.
Yeah.
That he felt he could do it again. He could replace Drew
but Drew
Bledsoe.
was a good quarterback, though.
Can I finish?
All right.
Man.
I'll let you finish it up, Damo.
Good, man. So, closing out, who do you have to win the Super Bowl?
Mahomes.
Okay.
No, I got Brady, man. I got Brady, man. It's hard to go against Brady, man.
It is. I got the Chiefs, though.
I got Brady.
And I'm going with unexpected. It's gonna be neither.
Peanut butter.
You know what?
Bills.
Seattle.
Butter.
I got Seattle.
The Buffalo Bills?
Oh, so you're changing your answer?
I'm changing my answer.
Okay.
I'm going Seattle. Well, I'm going Seattle.
Don't say the 49ers because you're a fan.
I'm going
Oh, no, I said I don't know.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
turn it back to Jay.
So you got the field.
Can you
I
feel
got
the
the field.
audience?
I have the field.
Can you feel the audience tuning out?
Yeah.
Because I feel it.
Yeah.
So you never stumble upon the unexpected if you only stick to the familiar. So go out there and change it up and have fun with your friends. This was a good one, y'all. I had fun. It's good to just have us. Absolutely.
I did too.
Oh, we doing overtime?
No, we just did it.
Man, where you been?